Coming up on Double Take Sports Talk, we will update you with headlines and news, matchups to start off the week in the NBA. That is next. All right, this is it. Double Take Sports Talk with the Watch Brothers. Thank you for tuning in. Darrell, on the opposite side, say hello to dinner with everybody.
Hello, welcome to the show. We're here.
We're here. All right, man. You doing good, man? How you feeling?
Doing good, man.
Okay, man. We got some things that we need to cover here this week in the NBA. Man, you ready to rock this one?
Let's do it.
All right, man. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. NBA action again. Preview and analysis for tonight's game. Pacers and the Rockets. They're going to be at the Toyota Center. That's supposed to be a 9:30 tip-off. And very interestingly, it's going to be on TNT. But I just have to share the lineup for the TNT broadcast. Brett Berry hosting Grant Hill and Derek Fisher, color analysis, and Lisa Leslie, sideline reporter. Very interesting. I just had to throw that out there. I don't know why. I don't know why that interests me, but that was very interesting.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yep.
It is. Because they were not the type of people that we usually see on TV.
Right.
We always see Kevin Harlan, Reggie Miller,
Chris
Webber, and all the other TNT sports people. I don't usually see, people like Derek Fisher or.
Brent
I mean,
Berry.
I usually.
Well, you see Brent Berry,
Berry,
but he's normally an analyst.
Right. So who's doing the play-by-play?
They don't say, but for the radio, of course, it'd be Mark Boyle.
No, not for the Pacers, for TNT.
They don't say. Brent Berry is going to be hosted, Grant Hill and Derek Fisher analysis, and Lisa Leslie, sideline reporter. That's what I got.
Very interesting. So it's probably most likely going to be Kevin Harlan. Most likely be Kevin Harlan.
Likely. I think they probably got a doubleheader. I think he might be doing the first game.
Who's the first?
I think it's supposed to be 2 games on TNT tonight. I don't remember.
Yes, it is. You are right. It is 2 games, and it's the Milwaukee Bucks and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So there you have it. That's why you see then Brett Berry is going to be your what you say?
Host?
Well, yeah, but you said play-by-play. He's going to be a play-by-play. Yeah. So, at any rate, I just had to throw that out there. I thought it was interesting. So, I just had to throw that out there. Mm-hmm. Okay. Moving on. Rockets coming off a win Saturday night. Pacers coming off a loss. And the last time that these two played, the Rockets and the Pacers, was, of course, less than a month ago, January 29th. And the Pacers had beat the Rockets 120-101. I know Darren probably got some things he wants to say about that. Okay. James Harden just only went for 3 for 17 from the field when guarded by Paul George. So that was a pretty rough night for him in that in particular part of the game. Jeff Teague dished out a game-high 15 dimes. Well, let me say 15 assists. So that was a pretty solid game from the Pacers themselves, especially at home. But the bigger question is going to be, can the Pacers still capitalize and get this sweep that they need against the West team. And we'll find out, I guess, tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Projected starters for tonight. For the Rockets, supposed to be James Harden and Patrick Beverly in the backcourt. Trevor Ariza, Ryan Anderson, and Clint Capella, front court.
Man, that's it's pretty much almost like a 3-point shooting team right there. Being able to stretch the floor. I wonder why they got that good win streak going like that.
Well, and that'd be funny. It looked like the Pacers played them in their own game when they played the Baker's Life. Looked like they just played them in their own game because they were just shooting threes all over their face.
Well,
and the Rockets couldn't get none going.
That's because of that defense. Believe it or not.
Well, yeah, the defense and Paul George's defense on James Harden. That is something that they need to repeat. That's not even the question. That has to repeat.
You know that old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
God, I hope they do not break this crap because the same way that it went to Baker's Life needs to go right on the head back again tonight. That's exactly what needs to happen.
Yep.
The Pacers starting five. You got Jeff Teague and Paul George in the backcourt, C.J. Miles, Thaddeus Young, and Miles Turner in the front court. Injuries to report. Al Jefferson, of course, he's questionable with the dental work. And, of course, Rockets do not have any injuries to report at this time. Notes to just think about. If the Pacers win, it would be their first season sweep over the Rockets since the 2012 and 2013 season. Rockets guard Eric Gordon went to high school at Indianapolis North Central and played collegiately at Indiana University. And Pacers guard Aaron Brooks won Most Improved Player as a member of the Rockets in 2010. So, just something to think about, just a little facts to just throw out there. And, of course, this is the Pacers' second of their 5 road trip game. So just keeping that in mind, Pacers need a win here tonight to actually get this up and rolling. So with that being said, also, with the predictions, Darren, who do you have in this game?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm going with the Pacers.
I agree.
I'm going with the Pacers.
I'm with you.
They do the same thing that they did at Baker's Life Fieldhouse against this team. If it ain't broke, don't
fix it.
I'm just going to take a risk and go with the Pacers.
Me too, Darren. I'm taking the risks too. And then you also got to remember that the Rockets are, 40-18? Or 40-12?
They are 42-18.
42-18, yeah.
It's Cleveland that's 40-17.
Okay. So yeah, this is going to be big for the Pacers, considering that they don't play well on the road. So this is going to be big. And like you said there, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So they have to play that kind of game that they played at Baker's Life at home. On the road. All right, that's your preview analysis and predictions for tonight's game. Darren, the floor is yours.
All right. Before we take a look at the final scores and stats from the previous 2 nights, just want to recap the rest of the analysis that need to be taking a look at. Taking a look at this, just to get your mindset right. Both teams fare out evenly, except for free throws, right here. Yeah, right here. 76% for Houston and 81% for the Pacers. Again, getting to the foul line is not even that important in this game for me personally.
I agree.
The more important thing is to be able to shut them down on defense and prevent them from winning this game for the 3-point line, force them to take it to the basket. That's my whole ordeal. In order for the Pacers to win this game tonight, they need to force Houston to take it to the basket.
I agree. And keep James Harden out the paint, too, because he can attack pretty strong too.
He could attack strongly, but he could attack all night. But if they ain't get the 3-pointers going, they're not getting that inside-outside game going. He could attack the paint all night.
He could take them all night, and that's why Miles Turner needs to be out there for when James.
He needs to be ready. He needs to be
that
ready
protector.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The rebound games, they need to be able to outdo Houston in the rebound game because they outdo them in their team statistics throughout the season. They need to be able to get rebounds. They need to be able to pass the ball tonight also. Houston pretty much outdo them in about every statistical category except for blocks and, turnovers.
Turnovers.
It's something that, and James Harden need to do better to maintain making clumsy passes also.
Yeah, you got that right.
So if Paul George can continue to try to force him into those type of turnovers, then the Pacers can win this game very, very, very easily.
All right. Now that is our preview analysis and predictions for tonight's game.
Now let's take a look at the final scores and stats from the previous 2 nights. We're going to start off with the Saturday games. Charlotte and Sacramento. Charlotte won that game 99-85. The Charlotte Hornets took control with a 19-0 run throughout that game. I believe it was, I don't know at what point, but they took control with a 19-0 run. Atlanta and Orlando. Orlando won this game 105-86. Frank Vogel's team improved to 22-38 on the year. The Magic outscored the Hawks by 16 in the second half. Philadelphia and the Knicks. The Knicks pulled away with a 1-point win, 109-110. Carmelo Anthony scores that game-winning field goal with 0.3 of a second left on the clock. Pacers.
Sorry, about time.
What, the fact that he could finally hit a buzzer beater shot when not a buzzer beater guy?
Yeah, you know how many games they were tight in and they couldn't get nothing done. Finally, I'm just throwing it out there.
You know what Jordan say? He did the same thing and it wasn't dropping until he got late into his career. So
yeah,
this is a learning curve for Carmelo Anthony.
God, I hope so.
You know, kidding. Pacers Heat. Pacers just dramatically collapsed in the third quarter in the second half, and Miami pulled out with that win 113-95. Whiteside, Waiters, and Goran Dragic combined for 65 points in that game.
They're going to be a dangerous team moving into the second half.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be a dangerous team pushing that playoff spot.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be big.
Oh, yeah. And then you had the Pelicans and the Mavericks. Mavericks pulled out with that win 96-83. And then you had the Chicago Bulls and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Jimmy Butler pulling out a triple-double out of his bags of tricks. 18 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. Chicago wins this game in a blowout fashion, 117-99. The Chicago Bulls improved to 30-29 on the year as of Saturday. Minnesota, Houston. Houston won that game 142-130. And then finally, but not least, the Brooklyn Nets and the Golden State Warriors. The Golden State Warriors pulled out that win in a blowout, 112-95. And the Golden State Warrior on this game note clinched a playoff berth.
And it's funny on how they got the reverse standing numbers. Golden State 49-9. And
Brooklyn is 9-49.
Yeah. That tell you right there, the score shows exactly what they are.
Lopsided.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
And now taking a look at last night's games, Sunday games, the 26th of February. The Spurs and the Lakers. The Lakers won this game. Oh, come on, Darren. San Antonio won this game 119-98. San Antonio. Yeah. The Spurs won their 8th straight game against the Lakers.
Sorry.
Dude, I wasn't even paying attention.
When I actually sit down and downplay a team like that because they owe, that's a problem.
It is. You just took a young team and put them on top of an old team, knowing that they got experience. I don't know what to do with you.
I had to sit down and think about it. That was Spurs. I'm so sorry, Greg Popovich. I'm so sorry.
The Lakers couldn't stand a chance against San Antonio.
Hey, we see.
Couldn't stand a chance. They can't stand a chance.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
they can't stand a chance.
Oh.
And then Phoenix Suns, Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee Bucks pulled out with a 4-point win, 100-96. Memphis, Denver. Memphis wins this game 105-98. Michael Conley scored 13 of his 31 points in the fourth quarter. Utah Jazz, Washington Wizards. The Utah Jazz pulled out with a 10-point win, 102-92. Rudy Gobert, 15 points, 20 rebounds, and 4 blocks. They need that type of contribution from him in order for them to continue to win games.
If they're 37-22, yeah, he'd probably be the reason. Yeah.
Portland Trailblazers and the Toronto Raptors. I don't know what's going on with Portland. Toronto pulled away with this win, 112-106. DeMar DeRozan is averaging 37.3 points a game with Lowry out. Toronto improved to 35-24 on the year as of yesterday. And then the Boston Celtics and the Detroit Pistons. The Celtics pulled away with that win, 104-98. Celtics improved to 38-21 on the year, and the Celtics sealed that deal with a late 5-point possession.
Wow. Marvelous.
New Orleans Pelicans, Oklahoma City Thunder. Oklahoma City Thunder pulled out with that win, 118-110. Russell Westbrook, 7 career 40-point triple-double.
Yep, and be precise, he finished with 41. Ain't that incredible?
Mm-hmm. That's hard work being put in.
Yes, it is.
Telling him, you know what, without Durant, I'm better off. I'm better off.
Like you said there, what did you say for the Rockets and the Pacers during the preview? What did you say?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Bam. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Let that man have a ball.
Mm-hmm.
Let him have a ball.
Do not mess with him. Leave him alone. If he wants help, get him help. If he wants to remain the way they are, remain the way they are. Build his team around him.
I agree there.
Make him happy. He is putting on the best performance that you could see in your entire life. It's nothing that you could see out of any other NBA player like him. Just being honest, throwing it out there.
I agree there.
And lastly but not least, the last game, Charlotte Hornets and the LA Clippers. I do not have no idea why they let this game go into overtime, but they did. And the Lakers. The Clippers pulled out with a 3-point win, 124-121. Blake Griffin, 43 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists.
Hey, you know what, dear? Hey, you made a good point when you just said that. You don't know why that game got sent into overtime. That's going to be my biggest concern during the stretch of the second half of this season. Is the Clippers' ability, just like the Pacers, to finish games. That is going to be the concern for the Clippers when they are stretching forward now to this going into the postseason. This is going to be tough for them, especially for a team like Charlotte that hasn't done well.
Yeah.
And for them to actually get into an overtime game, which really should have been no reason, like you said. That should have been no reason for this game to go into overtime.
Mm-mm. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm looking to see what's going on here. There's just,
excuse me.
It's not a whole lot. Let me see if I can get this downloaded, see if I can find some box scores in here. Here we go. No, this is not what I'm looking for either. Is this the whole game? This is the whole game. I don't know how they kept this game close. Girl, I'm just gonna be honest. I have no idea. Michael Gilchrist played 20 minutes, scored 2 points for Charlotte. The highest scoring on the team was Kemba Walker with 34 points. didn't even dish out a whole lot of assists. The team as a whole, 16 assists.
So you want to run that question by me again?
How in the world did Charlotte keep this game so close? How did they keep it so close?
I have absolutely no answer, but I will tell you this. Like I said, that's going to be my concern for the Clippers during the second half stretch.
Yeah, Blake Griffin went to the line 16 times, converted on 10, scored 43 points, like I just mentioned. DeAndre Jordan scored 20 points. J.J. Redick, 22 points. Chris Paul, 15 points. Yeah, I don't get it. Only 3 blocks as a team. DeAndre Jordan had 2, and Luke had 1. I don't get it. Charlotte only had 1 block.
That's fine.
I don't know. But then when your final scores and stats from last night's game and Saturday night's game.
And the weekends. We practically say the weekend games.
Pretty much the weekend games, yep.
Okay. All right, moving on to the portion of our show. We're going to catch you up on the latest headlines from the NBA, NFL, and MLB. We're going to start this one off with the NBA. The first thing to note off is Kevin Durant is saying that he's expected to be okay to play versus the 76ers. So that's going to be everybody's eye for Golden State is Kevin Durant's hand. So. Reports show that Knicks plan to waive guard Brandon Jennings, if not have they already have done it. I think they have from what I've read, but keeping that in mind that they plan to waive him and sign another guard from the D League. So
that kind of makes me curious. I'm curious about something.
I can't imagine.
I am. I'm curious about something. I want to look at something. Go ahead. I'll get back to it when you're done.
Okay. We'll get back to this whole ordeal with Brandon Jennings here in a second. LeBron James commits more games with a strep throat. And of course, he missed the other night's game during that blowout to the Bulls, I believe. So, yeah, he's expected to miss more games. Jazz's Rudy Gobert is fined $25,000 for contact with an official.
It has to be intentional. It better be intentional.
I don't know. Oh, I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
And also, lastly but not least, Deron Williams has cleared waivers that he is expected to sign with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
So I heard.
They don't need him. They don't need him.
Yeah.
It ain't my show. Okay. A couple of headlines to catch you up on in the NFL. Of course, always just keep in mind that the NFL Combine is this week, too. Just keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to it. Not really, but.
Don't even get me started.
Get it done. No. So, biggest. New York Jets has released longtime center Nick Mangold after 11 seasons with the team.
Hold on.
They did this to save salary cap space. So that's going to be big news.
Go ahead. Well, you were just behind.
That's my cue now. I'm good.
Kinda, but go ahead. Yeah, you kind of good.
Okay. Well, maybe I should talk slowly.
It's working. It's working. It's working, pimp. It's working.
Man, we'll be on this forever if I talk slow.
Yeah, no. But go ahead, you good. I had to close. I had to close something out, but you good now.
Okay. Yep. So with that being said, with the Jets releasing them, they did it because of cap space. So that's going to be a pretty big deal in free agencies is teams gonna be very quick to pick him up because he's
yeah.
healthy. He's good. There's nothing wrong with him. They just wanted to save on cap space.
Not unless they try to re-sign him. I mean, not sign him. I mean, re-sign him, but sign him.
Well, you can say re-sign him, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, they're not going to re-sign him. They're just gonna sign him.
Baltimore Ravens, Matt Elam was arrested on multiple drug charges in Miami.
Hey, do he have any relation to Jason?
I have no clue. And that's a good question. That's a good question. I can't see that, but I'm not permitted to jump the gun here on that, but never know. But lastly but not least, I want to get bigger in depth just briefly in a second, but I'm going to share this. The Jay Cutler debate. Which three teams should pursue Jay Cutler? We're going to get into that deeper debate in just a brief second. I got three teams. I think I have it in mind. But in the meantime, with the MLB, just a couple things to note. Just the MLB scoreboard. Of course, spring training is intact as usual, as I've been saying the last three shows. St. Louis and Baltimore, they play at 105, and also the Cubs and White Sox play.
Hey, spring training.
Yeah. Yep, that's 305 pitch off.
Need to be paying more attention.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We will. We will.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's just spring training. There's just things that we just need to keep an eye on.
Oh, yeah.
St. Louis and Nationals, the Cardinals and Nationals, 105 p.m. Pitch off, and White Sox Cubs, 305 pitch off.
Mm-hmm.
Just keeping that in mind. Okay. I want to go back to this Jay Cutler debate.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure the NFL has threw some things out there, but which three teams should pursue Jay Cutler? Now, I have three teams in mind. Number one, retirement. Two, what was my second team? I forgot that quick.
Mm-hmm.
The Jets. And the third team. Possibly. If things go well, maybe the Broncos. Back to the old team.
You picked two teams. It's very interesting. The third one I like even more better. But
I like the first one too. That's why I said it.
Yeah, I love the first one, but
Who do you have?
I don't think that's going to happen. If anything, here's who I think that should really try to pursue him. I'm thinking real hard, and I'm not coming up with anything. I think retirement is the better suit.
I agree.
And the only team that really stands out to me, just being honest, the only team that stands out for me, I don't know why. I mean, when you said it, it just that this first team and the only team just popped into my head.
Okay.
The San Francisco 49ers.
Why not? I think that's a good choice.
It's the only team that really just, collides in my head. I mean, the Los Angeles Rams is another one. That's another team that could, pursue them. They don't want to put Jay Cutler in a rebuilding team. That's probably going to be
because he's not a rebuilding quarterback.
Right, because that's only going to make him look even worse. I mean, but that could give him a chance to say, hey, this is who I am. I could be a part of a building process. But, yeah, if it was a good building reprocess, I believe the Jets would be that one. The Jets would be that team. I'm sorry. The Broncos is out the picture on that one.
I'm
They're
just
gonna
throwing three
keep.
teams out there.
They're gonna keep. You only gave 2 teams.
Well, what I meant was I was just throwing my thoughts out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, retirement team. Shoot, he could join Marshall Falk, Kurt Warner. You know, they all a team. Why not?
Mentally, ain't doing nothing physical out there no more.
Yeah, color analysis. You know, do all that. Join that team. Oh man.
I'm
Okay.
going. I believe which more of your pick, the Jets, or for me, San Francisco or Los Angeles Rams.
Well, there's 3 teams right there.
Yeah.
There's 3 teams right there. Okay. All right. That was the news and headlines from the 3 sports of MLB, NFL, and the NBA. There you go. Any final thoughts you want to throw out there?
Yeah. The whole Brandon Jennings ordeal. I think he would be a good fit to fill in with the Pacers, backcourt coming off the bench.
You think so?
Yes, I do. I think he should be backed up behind Jeff Teague. I think that would kind of help force him to kind of play as a team. I think that would help. He's an underrated player. He's not a big mega superstar. That's the kind of person Bird wants to look for in an NBA player, and not wanting so much money and not being, that big superstar where everybody can win as a team. I think Brandon Jennings would fit with the Indiana Pacers backcourt behind Jeff Teague, and get rid of the one of the other point guards. I wouldn't get rid of Rodney Stuckey. I wouldn't get rid of him. I wouldn't get rid of Joseph Young, but the other point guard, they should get rid of. Put him in the D League.
Yeah, well, they pretty yeah, they already got a lot of point guards too.
They really do.
And they really need more, forwards and rim protector centers. That's what they really more need of. And,
yep, I agree.
And you could be right. Brandon Jennings could be a big fit for the Pacers backcourt coming out the bench to kind of force him into tact to actually play that teamwork type of ordeal. So, because he probably wasn't getting too much. He only averaged a little over 8 points a game with the Knicks coming off the bench. So,
yeah,
that's not really much of contributing. It's contributing in the bench style, but not in a way of, other teams would like to see.
Right. Well, yeah.
So and plus, Larry Bird is more looking bench people anyway. So I think, like you said, Brandon.
He might be a good one. That's just me.
Yeah. Good deal. Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to add to that?
Nope.
Nothing else?
Nope.
All right. That ends our wrap up of Double Take Sports Talk. If you like what you see, you get a video a thumbs up. If you have any thoughts, concerns about today's show, you just go ahead and just comment on the comment section below, or just comment anyway. We're always here. But in the meantime, thank you for tuning in. I'm Darrell. Darren on the opposite side.
Yep.
All right. Catch up with us on another episode of Double Take Sports Talks with the Watch Brothers. Until then,
ciao.
This is Double Take Sports Talk with the Watch Brothers. I'm Darrell Watts. If you enjoyed the podcast and would like to see more, check out our videos on YouTube. And while you're there, subscribe, like, and share our videos. We don't mind. We're also on the social media side where you can catch up on the latest news and developer stories and different stat information. Follow us on Twitter at DTST2414. Or you can follow me, Darrell, at Loved University, and follow Darren also at Darren Watch 14. We're on Facebook also, Double Take Sports Talk page at the Watch Brothers. Darren's is Darren Watts on Facebook, and I am myself, Darrell Watts II on Facebook. We got the blog for your critical thinking and analysis, so you can check that out at doubleTakeSportsTalk.blogspot.com.